race fans? We got FRB coming to you live from the 805. We got Chris Paul Hamus and Dylan Banks. We're going to be throwing you a quick little Kansas Speedway show for Front Row Esports Truck Series and their 2025 venture for that championship at the end of this thing. We got Dylan Banks here on track, here in the booth. Dylan, you got a copy? Looking for Dylan Banks. You got a copy. Oh, Cake Eater. Well, I got nothing out of Cake Eater. Maybe we'll get him in a little bit. But anyways, welcome to the show. All this brought to you by Moza Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink. We got Raptor Race Graphics, and of course, brought to you by the Stars from Starlink. Yeah, right. We definitely light speed fast here over here. But we're going to be getting things done here tonight at Kansas. Waiting for the rest of everyone to kind of get in to the show, and we got queue efforts underway. Let's look to see what we have going on for tonight's festivities. Look over our track map in general here. Of course, location 400 Speedway Boulevard, Kansas City, getting some. Opened June 2nd, 2001, 1.5, another 1.5 intermediate quad over. So this ought to be fun. This ought to be decent here. And I love this track. Love the outside line. Well, actually, the diversity is inside to outside. Turns 1 and 2, 17 to 20. 3 and 4, same. So you're looking at a little less degree banking in turns this week. But we do have some decent banking in that upstage oval up there, and 10 degrees. And then, of course, backstretch, you're looking at 5 degrees there. So Kansas is going to be throwing us a good show, I think. See how wide it's going to get tonight. We got race stages going down here. Here we go. 134 laps for this evening. Nice. All right. Stage 1, lap 30. Stage 2, lap 60. And we got stage 3. We have 69 laps, which is going to be beautiful this evening. It's going to be a quick, short run. Go get them. Keeping it green. Work the strategies. Get your truck forward. That's going to be the name of the game. We got pre-race format going down here. Front Row Esports, one of our truck series, of course, their format. Fixed setup, so everyone's going to be on that same deal. It's going to be adjusting your line and working that throttle. Of course, getting the most out of your tire wear, and that's going to be 4 sets of tires on these bad dogs tonight. We got that backup truck in the holler. We try to forget about that one because we don't want to use it. Pit window, 35 to 45 laps. So give these boys a good chance to burn off some rubber, but not burn them down completely. Throw a little point skinny on you real quick. Brian Zimmerman still leading the way. Johnson snipping out the hills. He's right there. And we got Kyle Wellman. He's in 3rd position. Justin Gain, 4th. Got Tanner Marr rounding out your top 5er right here. So, good points battle. Spencer, he's in the hunt. Lamb, Cummings, Beach, and Rupik. Those guys are rounding out your top 10. Matt Jones just outside that top 10, right along with Hunter Lagunas and John Freitas. He's right there in that 13th spot. So some positions to be had and lost through this evening. See what's going to happen. But we
you got me now, Sean?
Yeah, there you are, my man. All right, copy
Very
that.
bad.
Welcome to the show. A little late than never. All right, so it looks like we are in our qualifying efforts here. No, they are done. So let's get over to the kickoff to stage 1 now. Now we got Banks to...
Something like this.
Welcome stage 1. Gonna be kicking off here in just a moment. Let's look over these key results and see who's gonna be putting this thing on pole this evening. Let's make sure we all dialed in. There we are. All right. Daniel Rupik Jr. sitting on point on pole for that 72 truck. Good for him. Great run. Get ready to have himself a great run. Beautiful start to this race here as we're already lapping him around the track and get ready to go fast in this thing. But Matt Jones in the 77, he's going to get that 2nd position outside pole. So let's see if we can kind of dial up some camera work here and get these guys squared away. And bam, oh, here we go. So sitting on pole, 72, Daniel Rupik Jr., Matt Jones in that 77. Outside pole, well, I think one of his highest starting positions in this series thus far. So good job for him. We got Brian Zimmerman, points leader, going to keep the pressure on these chokers in that 28 machine in that 3rd position. Stoney Benfield in that 4th spot as I got that backwards. Ronnie Morrison, he's going to get that 5th position. 6th position goes to Chris Spencer. Hunter Lagunas is going to be in that 7th position. Tanner Marr going to be in that 8th spot. Larry Bell.
Green.
Get that 9th, and round out your top 10 is Thomas Stevens, as we are green all kinds and getting it done. You see the rest of the field right there in front of us. Short list tonight, so let's hope for some good green flag runners. Get this stuff out the way as Danny Rupik is leading the way, and we start here tonight, friends. All right, KK, you ready for this stuff?
I sure am. Sure am, buddy. Ready as ever.
Make sure we got all of our cues and things going. So our first stage always starts a little slow for me here. Make sure we got, but not for them. We got the 77 going the wrong direction on second lap here. He's going to go 3 wide. And we got Morrison and the 69er going to make a quick jump to the front, or try to at least, following in the hot steps of the 28. And I believe the 75 of Stoney Benfield. Heck yeah, Stoney, be careful, don't heat it up too much. Get that smoke billowing out that thing, blowing in here and coming to lap 3. This guy is still side by side jockeying for position. That's not really good as he's on his way forward. What are you looking at?
Rupik and they're having a good battle up front here. It's going back and forth. It's like Zimmy just got the lead.
Yeah, he just got that bottom too. He's going to hit that thing around it and try to short way around, get a good launch out. He's clear up. 69 is not, so great dogfight for first, second, and third positions. Now on to Morrison, he's going to go for it. Go for the charge, 69er. Got JBL trying to make some noise. You can hear him bumping across the front stretch right now, as that might be the fans cheering as he got a good battle shaping up for the 28 and the 69 of Mr. Morrison. Outside, Daniel Rupik Jr. still working that high line. Maybe a little too soon for that. Could get we got the 69er in the wall. He kissed that thing good right there on exit. Got a little wiggle loose, happy out. And flatten that power. That's what's going to be crucial in these stretches a little later on, because these tires start wearing them up. 69 all over the track right now, going high, going low. He's diving. He's got that truck up.
He's going for the lead.
Yeah, he's working on it.
There he goes. To the inside, Brian Zimmerman.
Side by side
to the
battle.
lead.
He's going to take that one. What a dive, bro. When you see that? Yeah, that was a good start.
Yeah, what a move. That's a good move right there. I will say, I think it's a little early to be running up top. There's no rubber up there yet. But later on in the race, I think that high side is where you want to be.
Right. I mean, absolutely. But there's one thing I do know about Kansas is that no matter what you're running, there's still a kind of a nature to Kansas. And the nature, I think, when it comes to Kansas would be you run that bottom line a good 10, maybe 15 laps, depending on what you win, and then you move that thing up. I agree. Completely different like that. It's a little too soon to run that high line, and that's going to really bite you at this stage during.
Hey, you want to be on the bottom as long as you can, obviously. Save a tire. That's the best line to save tire. You can use it up really quick on the high side if you're not careful. Oh, man. We got 3 wide.
Get some. We got stuck in the middle with you to 72. You got the 69er high to the outside trying to pull some Larson majig. And then you got the bottom feeding of the 28 just trying to wrap that thing and get that thing to stick on exit. So I believe the winner of this thing is going to be the 72 again, the Rupik Jr. No, we're going to go door to door again with the 69. Momentum out. 69er Ronald Morrison is going to lead this lap, but just barely. Rupik Jr., Jr., he is just chomping at the bit to get him some of that clean, fresh air, and he is going for it. Really doing a fine job. And he actually paved up high, was working that high line. Now he went back low again, so let's see how that truck's going to transition to that high line, the bottom line, and back again. So again, you're wearing different sides of these tires, heating them up, and that is going to affect the way that this thing's going to drive off.
Wow.
Ooh.
What a run by Jimmy right there.
69 too. He's looking at that outside, and I think he's a little too high to the outside. He's going to heat them things up. 28 Zimmy has the right idea, but he's got to watch that roll out, out of exit.
Absolutely. Well, if you're up running that high line, you want to use that seam to your advantage. It can help get the truck rotated and pointed in the right direction. If Rupik's in the wall, 72's in the wall, and he's up.
75 is Tony Penfield, and Jones said, thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and get out here. As you see,
Lonnie's loving it.
The 77, he kind of got himself,
maybe grab that parachute in the beginning, and he dropped a few positions, and now you see him climbing back forward again with Stoney Benfield, as these guys now one second and third positions, trying to track down that race leader, Ronnie Morrison. Still stuck high as you can get up here. I mean, he's getting some right now.
Yeah, you've seen it over Rupik. You get in that wall, and it's like Gorilla Glues on the wall. You can't get the truck off. And that's exactly what happened to Rupik right there. All it takes is you get one of the fenders stuck on the wall, and it pulls you in. It pulls you in like a, I don't even know. It pulls you. It's so strong, too. You have to get off the gas, let off to even pull it down off the wall. If you stay in the gas, it's just going to keep you up there. And it showed right there. He got stuck on that wall, and he lost about 5 spots off that.
Battle continues between the 77 and 60 and 75. So these guys have been kind of side by side, and they're going tit for tat now, as the 77's got that inside line, and the 75 is going to rotate that middle, try to keep that momentum up. But getting to that point of hooking that wall and being stuck to it, these trucks, they don't help anything with the curvature of the truck on that right-hand side. That tail sticking out happy like that kind of acts as a hook, you know what I'm saying? And they're absolutely worse than any of the, I think, the other cars. Arca's pretty bad at it, but these guys, I believe, are the worst when it comes to getting stuck to that, like you said, super when they do that wall. Ooh, 75 challenging back again on the outside. It's getting super close to that right rear, and they got to be very careful in that matter. 77 is going to clear. 75 is now going to be challenged by the 27 of Hunter Lagunas. Rupik Jr. is not giving up either. He is sitting on that bottom line now, trying to get away from the high line. He's going to slide up in front of Zimmy's going backward, thinking that he just kind of checking out, let these guys race a bit, see what's going to happen. Uh-oh, new race leader, Matt Jones in the 77, going to take the race lead. Something happens to the 69er, and we're going to look back at that.
He's pulling off. I have a problem.
Let's get back to that. I got it right here. Okay, let's check the replay just for a moment here. Things have kind of calmed down, but 69 was leading. Here comes the pass for the race lead. He's going to back up. So he did that intentionally. He just kind of went high and let him by. Right now, Jones is your leader. Matt Jones getting something done out there on track in that 77. And you got Hunter Lagunas now sliding into that second position over Stoney Benfield in the 75. Spencer now tracking in that fourth position, that 62 machine. But Brian Zimmern's kind of hovering right outside that top 5. And, again, just kind of, sticking with it. Same thing with Junior here, Rupik Jr. The 72, these guys have backed up a few spots now, but still, now they're kind of plug the room, if you will, and kind of hovering for a minute, and let some of these tire strategies start to take shape, take form. Now we have coming in on to 10 laps left remaining in stage 1. So if this is the time to start giving her all she's got, Captain, I would believe it's this, right?
Absolutely. It's time to go now. We got less than 10 to go in the stage. It's time to go.
Well,
you didn't get every fight you can.
13 laps left in stage 1. I still think that's plenty of time to start, if I was Jones in the 77, I think it's a good time to gain some ground on the field, but don't melt him down. But he's got some pressure now from the 27.
I'm seeing on my screen is showing stage 1 is lap 25. Lap 20.
Lap 25? Yeah, it should be lap 30.
Could be. I'm not sure. Okay.
We'll see who's right. All right, well, I'll on this one, but that's just what I read on the stuff and what we have programmed in. So we'll see how it comes out. But again,
it's going to be a good battle. It's going to be a great battle for the stage. It's heating up. Lagunas is there.
Oh,
Matt Jones is not giving him there.
He got something in defense right there. That's going to roll and slow him up. Now let's see if the 77 is going to try to do some aero block and get that guy to start pushing. Right now, now the 27. He's going to slide up.
This is just opening up the door for the 62. 62 is loving this. He said, keep on battling up there. I'm making my way up to the front, too.
Look for a possible 3 wide. So if I was 77, he hasn't been running the outside line. So he has some laps now. Maybe try something different. And, whoa, got real close on exit there. But see if we can start wrapping that outside line and gain some momentum here. He's going to go for the crossover. Dive bomber action. Going to go door to door, get back to the bottom, and get up next to and stall up that 27 of Hunter Lagunas. Lagunas going to have that momentum out. Come down, take the airs out. Yeah, new leader. 27, Hunter Lagunas. Power move on the outside. He's going to keep her out there now. Keep her pin. 77 is going to continue to work that bottom line. Spencer's going to follow him to the outs. And they're going to rim ride this thing and really utilize that momentum down these stretches. 62 doing fine work of it. He's going to be clear. He's going to have that nose down for us. And keep that thing off the fence. He should be on the door of the 77. 77, wow, slides up in front, has momentum. Battle for second place continues. And we looked at the 62, working the outside line. Gets there now. I believe he's going to have this pass cleared by lot 22. They're going to go door to door on exit. 62 is going to have the momentum. He's going to clear him. Pass done and completed. We still have other battling to be had here. Looks as if possible Tanner Marr in the 4. Looking for some eyeballs on the 02 of Scotty Stevens. Looking low, but you see as these tires have wore, the track has widened, and you see everyone turn the page to the top. We got there, Banks.
Yes.
Same thing.
Looks like Laguna. Yeah, looks like Lagunas is. He's comfortable right now. He's loving it. Out front, clean air. He just letting it ride. He's really close to that wall.
Yeah, Jones in that fence right now, and these guys are getting dangerously close to it. So maybe that's what some of these guys needed to do. They had the right idea, but get to that outside line quicker. What you gonna do? This is a great learning opportunity for having a short run to see how these tires are going to react. As you see, Chris Spencer now looking to challenge that Hunter Lagunas in the 27.
Yeah, don't count him out. He's got some speed. He's showing it. I mean, one mistake by Lagunas, he's there. He's there. He's want to capitalize. He's there to capitalize off his mistake. And he's running that bottom really good.
Yeah, but easy to do too, clipping that wall, just ever so slightly, right?
I mean, we seen it with Rubik earlier. You catch that wall a little bit, it pulls you in. You get stuck. That's all it takes.
And he's trying, but he's just not getting that run off he's looking for. He's sticking right there on the bumper. He's going to throw it in low again. Again, this is when you might want to change up your strategies here and get up, run that second groove below him. And I've done this plenty of times before. It works beautifully. I hate giving up all my secrets, especially out of 4. But if you get up underneath them and you run that groove right to the bottom of them, they panic and you get into that fence. But if not, you still slow them down anyways because your arrow, because you're dragging on them pretty hard.
This is coming back to the checker flag for stage 1 too.
All right, so let's see if this is going to be Hunter Lagunas' stage to win, or if we still got a few more laps left in this thing. So we'll be
caution, yellow flag.
Oh, all right, roger that. So we are off on our stage count. At least on our. We'll have to look over that information one more time. Unfortunate in this matter, but we have stage 1 winner is going to be Hunter Lagunas. And let's get some of that fun stuff out there on track. I knew it's going to be a short race as long as these boys keep that battle happy respects and give guys room to fight. But Hunter Lagunas, stage 1 win. Chris Spencer, that second position, bringing across the line. Matt Jones, top 3 here, and Brian Zimmerman, 4th position, along with I believe Tanner Marr and Stoney Benfield. 7th position, I believe Daniel Rupik Jr., Nicholas Slam, 8th position, and Dustin German in the 9th, and then rounding out your top 10 is going to be Scotty Stevens for points here. So those are your stage point winners here, but the stage 1 winner, of course, is going to go to my man Hunter Lagunas. All right, so it's going to be 4 fresh feel goods. Fill them up and reset this thing and then throw them back out there for another run.
Yep, and then stage 2 is at lap 60.
We'll double check on that one too. Well, we'll see. We'll see when you drop back in for stage 2. You guys going to get on? I'm sure everyone's going to take 4 freshens. Same old, same old. And we're going to take ourselves a quick break. Be back here for the Drop the Green Flag. Stick with us.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, I want to make you tell right there.
Are you not? You're not live anymore, right? Hey, Dylan, you're echoing horrible on the broadcast on YouTube.
Am
You sound good in here, but on YouTube, every time you talk, you're just an echo.
Hey, that's on my end.
I have no idea. I don't know why it's doing it. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
The Avengers are not coming.
Okay.
Who will keep people safe?
Hey, I can still hear us on YouTube over the commercial you're playing.
Yes! Yeah!
What's up, man? You got Chris and you got Dylan here in the booth. Congratulations on your stage 1 win. Dylan, hit him up.
Yeah, buddy. Congrats on the stage 1 win. How's it feeling out there?
Pretty good. A little tight throughout the run. Start's kind of loose, but this build's tight. I feel pretty good. We'll have to see how this track, rubber's out, I guess, but probably be around the top, or save around the bottom, top, late in the run. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice to remember.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man.
So I'm seeing that some rubber build up on the track, lines taking effect, and it looks like you got yourself a good run, good timing on that. Got to the front and stick it and kept it. So congratulations on that stage 1. We'll see if we got what it takes for stage 2. Maybe get a sweeper out of this thing.
All right, thank you. I'll try.
You got him, my man. All right, Hunter Laguna is your stage 1 winner. And we are going to go for another green flag attempt here. Green flag start, green flag run. We had 0 cautions in stage 1.
Green flag.
And we are into stage 2. I do have us set at lap 60, actually, so we should be okay. All right, let's get us up and rolling here as we got truckers underway. Now, I do have your sound fixed. I did see our problem. As I see a big problem here. We got the one truck of Steve Johnson making his way forward here, along with a lot more hot rods. And these guys are going to be looking for some nice starting positions for stage 3, the most important stage of them all. Right now, Johnson up to fifth spot, seven positions gained. Jones trying to hold on to that top 5 in that 77. Daniel Rupick Jr. and Stoney Benfield, those guys are trying to be the class of the field. Stoney Benfield in the 75, along with Daniel Rupick Jr. They are gonna. Now we got Jones in the 3rd position. Hunter Lagunas, your stage 1 winner, kind of drifting back ever so slightly to that 4th spot as Johnson surging forward inside the top 5. Tanner Marr as well. You look at possible 3 wide happening. 67 of Nicholas Lamb. He wants to get in this show. He gonna get up here, give a little something. Larry Bell on the 43 as well. Big fights happening here. Loving every single last minute of it. 43, 03 of Keith Pittman. He's gonna step up, getting this show. 03 Keith Pittman kind of looking low. Oh, getting 3 wide action here. Here we go. 32 of Tom Freitas. Yeah, he's gonna be in this one. Look at you, Tom, working into the top 10. All right, stage 2, still in it. Go get some, Tom. Oh, not for long. Contact, 10, 32, into the fence. Just as we call it. So they're going to stay green as he is locked tight to this fence, and we'll see if he's going to be able to get that thing back going. once again, or he's going to will and slow it. He's going to will and slow it. Up. To the garage. Daniel Rupick Jr. leading the way in the 72. Now Stoney Benfield falling back into that second position, but new race leader, Daniel Rupick Jr. finding some clean air out here, and he's starting to stretch out the lead. Jones still patiently holding strong here in that third position, looking fast, looking pretty sporty out here at Kansas. We got Johnson now working the high line along with Nicholas Lamb. Oh, and Tanner Marr. It's starting to get a little spicy here in this top 5, 6, 7th, 8th position. 8th, no, back to Thomas Stevens, Keith Pittman, Hunter Lagunas now falling way off pace, along with Scotty Stevens, Joey Miller, and Brian Zimmerman. Gonna figure out what happened to old Brian Zimmerman. But we got Dustin Jermaine and Ronnie Morrison out of the race already. Bummer. Daniel Rupick Jr. in Stoney. These guys, well, it looks like Daniel Rupick, he's taking off. He's really starting to gain here. And let's actually, see, I'm a little off today when it comes to our stuff. Let's see our gap so we can see who's pulling now instead of running just fast. 72 starting to gain ever so slightly, but we're going to go side by side. Possible battle here, 77 and 75. They're going to go at it once again. These guys have already tangoed a couple times this evening. Got a little close on exit there. 77 looking to keep that power planted on exit. Not quite clear. He was, but wasn't. You know, that was not as safe clear as what that was. You don't know if he's going to lift or not. Jones going to work this bottom again here, and let's see if he's going to continue. He does. Jones spins to the outside. Now he's running a crossover it here. 75 is Stoney Benfield. He's going to try to utilize now the middle lane, kind of what I was kind of describing a little bit earlier. And he's getting his run off. What do you got there? Banks?
Yeah. Rupick pulling away. That's what I see right now. He's wanting them to keep battling back there. As they're doing right now, they are battling. They're 2 wide back there for second, and 2 wide for third and fourth. Or fourth and fifth, I should say. Sorry. He's loving it. He wants them to keep battling so he can keep pulling away.
Yeah, but do you think that he may, stretch that out too far, burn those tires up? We've seen that already with some out of the leaders, that they get out there, stretch it. So, I mean, how do you manage that? You just got to, honestly, it's about your pace. You just got to get in a good rhythm and pace yourself. I mean, you can burn just as much tire on the bottom as you do on the top if you overdrive it. It's just a rhythm. You got to get in a rhythm. You got to manage your stuff. You definitely don't want to use your stuff up in the first 10 laps because you're going to be dreading it long run. Right.
They could kind of do that in the first stage because it was a short stage. They didn't really have to, you could just burn it up and not really have to pay a price for it. But this stage is a little longer, and the third stage is a little longer, so you're gonna have to manage. And we'll see, I guess. I mean, who knows? Rupick could still be saving right now, but just be fast and pulling away from these guys. Never know until we find out later in the stage if he still got it or not.
Right. Another critical thing, is also listening to that lap count every lap. Making sure that, and if you did your practice earlier, you're gonna know, calculate what's gonna be the overall fastest time around this track for this amount of laps, and you're gonna try to hit it. Oh, talk about hitting it! Man. We got contact. 77 and the 20 or 70. No, sorry, the 4 and the 43. Went door to door here, big contact, and we got
contact for second place.
Oh no! 75. Oh, he gathered it up. We're good. 75's good, but we got Johnson now in there at this 67 of Nicholas Lamb, and falling back. Who's dropped? Oh, that's the 77 of Jones. Jones dropping back tremendously as we see Larry Bell moving his way forward. Keith Pittman inside that top 10, 7th position now. Keith Pittman up 10 positions. Nicholas Lamb, your biggest mover. He's trying to get another one as he's going up 12 position now. 12 positions since start of race into the 3rd spot. These guys are going to go door to door and just allow Daniel Rupick to continue that race pace of his and pulling out even further of the field at almost a second and a half. These guys can go 3 wide. Dang near close there as we got a 75, Sonny Benfield kind of doing the shoot and scoot through the center as he kind of goes under both, slides out to the outside, gets to the 77. 67 now going to take him to drag race into 3. 67 is going to take that lower-ish line, still pave up here, going to squeeze him. 75, not too bad, to the outside, and the 1's going to play along with this thing, kind of let everything unfold right in front of him. But you do have Thomas Stevens in that 10 and Keith Pittman. This whole group right here is starting to heat up. Some mad fire in the kitchen right back here for this end of 10th position for them stage points. These guys are in the hunt and understand where they need to be. Hunter Laguna, stage winner, dropped all the way back to 10th position. We got more battling happening between second and third positions. Nicholas Lamb in the 67 and the 75 is Tony Benfield. These guys didn't go at it. Steve Johnson, he's going to play it. There you go.
I would say Nicholas Lamb is on the move right now. I mean, he's running about a 2/10 faster a lap than our leader, Dana Rupik, right now. Rupik's running 32 flats and 32 ones, and Nicholas Lamb is running 31 8s and 9s.
Wow.
He's ripping right now, that's for sure.
See last time. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, Reva. We're going to go last time right there so the fans can see that ripping that he was just describing as we see some times falling off and others picking back up. And then this is that balancing act that we were talking about earlier. Oh, and talk about balancing act. 75 trying to balance it on the outside alongside the Steve Johnson. Big Johnson and Johnson Flight Services trying to fly up to and keep himself in that higher starting position for the stage 1 or stage 3.
Ooh, Lamb's in the wall.
Oh,
man, that's gonna cost him.
Big time.
Might cost him second place.
Maybe more. He's gonna have to get that thing spooled up, and Johnson is all over his 6 now.
Hey, he just lost 4/10 right there, that lap.
Wow.
From getting in the wall like that. That's
Yeah.
big. That's what I was gonna mention. What is Nicholas Lamb might be fast right now, but what is he gonna do when he gets in that dirty air of Rupik's?
Right.
He's gonna have to go somewhere else. He's gonna have to find a different lane.
Work that lane below him. Work that lane right below him. Keeping that arc, trying to keep that power down. Get in and then try to get up to his fender and pull him back. Definitely. Because right now it's like, tapping the wall. Hopefully wasn't hard enough to give him any kind of good damage there, but he is trying to track down that race leader. And, but he definitely might have lost some confidence in the truck too, as you see him running real close up as that fence. He almost did it again right there. And Johnson's starting to track back in. Tony Benfield's following up, but wow, we got a 3-wide battle right unfolding behind us here. Keith Pittman in the 03. Wow, sliding up. Jones is going to get into play of this one. Look who's marching back forward. Hunter Lagunas trying to find his way back through the crowd. Ooh, 77 loose off right there, gathering it up. Super dangerous. The 10 truck now of Thomas Stevens. He's going to get taken 3 wide on exit. Yes, we are. 3 wide on exit. Contact! And
we're
77.
wrecking.
We're wrecking.
Looks like Matt Jones right
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Dang, and that's got to be a bummer for Nicholas Lamb. He was absolutely ripping. He was catching our leader, Rupik. But what do you do here? Do you stay out? Do you stay out and get the stage points, or do you go in and pit?
Oh, I'm thinking long run. If I'm fast here, if I'm doing good and I can come through the field and there's not a lot of traffic out there, as we're looking at the replay right now, 3 wide on exit. The 10's going to be the stuck in the middle with you, all right? And then he's going to get some contact there to the 77. So let's wind that back and see if we can get a little more of a proper gander on this matter.
We got a split decision here on the field. We got some hitters and some staying out.
Gotcha. So some staying out, some pitting, and that was your contact there. So maybe the 10 actually looked like he loose off, come down, because the 77 kind of held his line there. So, but close to call. That is your issues for your first. Actually, that first caution for tonight's race.
Yeah, it's running green and clean.
Yeah. But that was
Green and
tight.
clean.
That was tight exit there and 3 wide. Some older tires. So we got guys pitting. Maybe going to flip the script. And we got Johnson leading, though. He wants a challenge for that points lead.
Absolutely. Well, the thing that gets me though, Tron, is the thing that gets me here, Tron, is the 10 lap. We'll have, I think, about 8 laps to go in the stage. That 8 laps on the tires, that's a lot of laps on the tires at Kansas.
Yeah.
You go to a Martinsville or a Bristol or someplace like that where it don't really matter that much, it's really not that bad. But you go to a 1.5 miles like Kansas, every lap on the tires matters. That's just more and more heat that you're putting on the tires. And I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out here because them guys are obviously either going to stay out when the stage ends or they're going to go back in and top off. But I highly doubt they'll take another set of tires and waste a set like that.
All right. Well, let's get us over to our stage 3 shenanigans. That's right. Yeah. Normally we take break. Anyways, yeah. So get over to our stage 3.
The Funk Soul Brother, check it out now.
I think we're
The Funk
going to
Soul
have 8 to go
Brother.
and let the stage 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm off. Back to
All
stage
good,
2.
buddy.
Thinking we're there. Anyhow,
Almost there. The leader, Steven Johnson, looks like he chose top.
that he did.
But you better watch them guys on them fresh tires. They're going to be shooting to the field like a bat out of hell. I mean, they're about to be on the move right here. And this is what might get some people in trouble right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Now-
going to be hectic.
With these fresh tires, though, too, if they could get up there, get the positioning for those points. I mean, you can get the stage win. You got it. I got plenty of time left to do so. But it's going to be about the how are they going to flip it in stage 2 or stage 3? But we got Johnson going to lead the way. So a little bit of contact there on the start. 75 and 27. The 4 truck of Tanner Marr giving a big bump to the 75 on start. Everyone's good to go. But it will separate that field ever so slightly. Now here comes those runs that we were talking about. They're going to start generating here in this next lap. We're going to start seeing the comers and goers.
Fresh tires. Fresh tires are already up to 4th. Rupik's the first one of them new tires. He's going to run that bottom, and telling you, man, he's going to be looking like a rocket right now. But Lagunas and Steven Johnson, they're blocking both lanes. Where is Rupik going to go when he gets there?
27's looking outside. 27's going to take it. 27 Lagunas, new race leader. First time he's been to the front. We'll see how this is all going to mix up. We got side-by-side battle happening between the Rupik Jr. here and the 72. We have more heat in the kitchen happening with the 75, as up in the mix is going to be the 03 of Keith Pittman on that tire strategy, looking for some good stage points as he's now into that 3rd position. New leader, 72, Rupik surging by, but the fight ain't over yet. Here comes the 03. We haven't seen a lot out of the 03 of Pittman yet, and no, it's just going to be a matter of time. See how he's going to orchestrate the end of this stage, get himself some good points. But they're going to go tire to tire right now. I believe they're both on the same strategy.
Absolutely.
Lamb,
They want
in the gap. Yep. 28 is Zimmerman outside, sneaking in for the finish him. Here comes the 28 out of nowhere. He's like, you guys just go ahead. I'm not here until I swoop by and pass you all at the same time. But we got a big dogfight happening for that first place. Daniel Rupik Jr. side-by-side drag race with the 03. Keith Pittman trying to keep this thing together as he got the 67 breathing down their necks. 67 now going to give a little bump to the 03. Maybe a little shot into 3 here. These guys are going to try to rotate centers.
Oh, in the wall. Rupik in the wall.
Oh, my goodness. Here comes Jimmy
man.
underneath.
Keith Pittman, new leader. Wow.
Nice. 0-3.
Awesome. New faces.
Goodwin Chevy of True Death. Trying to put something down.
It's only fitting that Goodwin Chevrolet's up front, ain't it, Tron?
Absolutely, dude. Are you kidding me? This is where it's supposed to be. And he's looking pretty fine up there. And right now, he got a little loose off, got a little scared there. The 67 they took some air off that rear spoiler. He got a little kiss to the fence up there. Pressure is on. Fight is happening. Here comes the 28. And some of these veterans here with some rookies. The 77, he wants a piece of this thing. He got a little shuffled out, and now he's going to throw his might back into the fight. 0-3 just trying to swat them all off and hold him back. 67 just can't seem to clear, and just every time he goes for it, he's got a lot of company heating up on him, and that's going to be the 28 of Zimmerman working the outside, trying to get the momentum. 77 Jones fighting door-to-door, drag race. Cross the start finish line. They're still going to be drag racing for that second, third position. Lamb is now trying to search around, find some different grip here, different exit, some more speed to gain up to him, but he's slowing and blowing. 77 now slides up in front of the 28. 28 crosses him back, gets back to the outside. These guys are going to go door to door once again. Still trying to hold on to the race leaders, but Keith Pittman, True Death, is locked into that lead right now, enjoying that clean, fresh air. And the 67 of Lamb, they're going to cross the line, 1 and 2. But the stage 1 is going to go to the 0-3 of Keith Pittman.
That's awesome. New faces.
Great battles right there, my man. That was good stuff. That's what I do like about the difference in strategies. It will keep it spicy across that start finish line. But we got Keith Pittman leading the way into stage 2. First stage win in Front Row Esports. And good to have it. Got Nicholas Lamb in that second position. Fought super tough to get there. Held on. Matt Jones, another good finish for him in the stages. Looking for some solid points. Brian Zimmerman, your point leader at the moment, is in 4th position and getting some good cheddar for that matter. 72 Ripik Jr. Round out your top 5. Hunter Lagunas to the 27, 6th position. 75 is Tony Binfield, 7th position. 8th is going to go to Steven Johnson in that one truck. Tanner Marr, 9th position in the 4, and rounding out your points for this evening's stage 2 finish is going to be the Scotty Stevens in the 0-2. All right, we're going to bring him into pit road. We're going to step out for a quick break, be back here for the launch of the final stage of this evening. Stage 3 up next.
Miles per hour, last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
All right, welcome back to Front Row Esports 2025 Truck Series. Here at Kansas, we have Keith Pittman, your Stage 2 winner. True Death, you got Tron here in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Tron?
My man! Oh, man, dude, how about that rock and roll status as you come flying through the field, a little shoot and scoot. Yeah, great job, great win. How's your truck tonight?
It's pretty good. took a tire strategy. It's probably gonna bite me in the end, though. I seen most people didn't go in for tires, so I went in and took fresh tires, and coming out 10th. I knew I was gonna have a good run at it. I didn't think I was gonna make it to the front though, but it's a good truck though. But it's gonna probably bite me in the end of the race though.
Well, how many sets of tires you got left?
How many we start with? Because I joined the lobby late, so I wasn't able to see what.
Probably 4 or 5. So you know 4. So you probably have some tires left. We'll see. You know, again, manage your stuff.
Yeah.
See if there's gonna be some cautions. I think you'll still have a good program for the end.
I hope so. We'll see though. But it's good. It's a good truck though. It's a fast truck. I made some adjustments on the fly, and it helped. It didn't hurt it. So we'll see at the end of the race though.
Copy all of that, my man. We're gonna drop you over there, and good luck to you back to the on stage 3.
Thank you.
All right, that was Keith Pittman, your stage 1 winner. He's going to lead him out, but he is on some older tires. So we're going to see, as he said, how this is going to play out. Got the trucks right behind him, though. They all got good tires, and see how this thing flips the script. So we do have the clean, fresh air for the 03. That's going to be in his favor. Can these guys go side to side? They're going to catch him instantaneously, but will he be able to stall him off? Steve Johnson, they're going to have to tiptoe past him as these guys are up and moving. Whoa, we might split him here, but Jones looking for the lead as Johnson getting stuck in traffic. 03 at Pittman, got to slow off there, but they're gonna rotate underneath. It looks as if the 77 and 1 are gonna clear, putting that 3 into that wake, and maybe under jeopardy of losing some more positions here as the Ford truck of Tanner Marr going to find his way around. So the only thing he can hope for is a caution and not be the caution. But we still have big fights to be had here as paces are starting to pick up in the stage 3. These guys know what they have here. They've seen their tire wear. They can know to either push it, contain it, and when to let her eat. And right now, they're eating, it seems. 02 Scotty Stevens is at least. They're about ready to go pretty wide. Daniel Rupick Jr. and Sony Benfield, these guys in that cluster, you know what? And Boo's about ready to create one. Oh, we got one sideways.
Down big. Oh, man.
Thomas Stevens, and I believe the 8 of Chummy Miller. And you see him.
I saw a truck right there airborne.
Yeah, buddy. He almost lost it big time. So I'm not seeing anything here pop up, but I do have him. So I'll just rewind this guy because we do find we were finding that right in our back screen here. As we're gonna slow this thing down, we're gonna go side by side on exit at 2. 10's gonna come up. Look at your line there. So he holds his line now. He's on the seam, and then here comes the 8 down. Just comes down into the 10. And then he's going to go ahead and turn him up into the fence. Hook, line, and sinker. Then he goes, oh my gosh, almost goes over there. But luckily the truck settles back down again. And he may be able to fix that thing. Not sure. It's pretty good crunch to the nose. Oh, and I got to do this way. Well, so there's some, we got guys pitting. So Stoney Benfield, Brian Zimmerman, Hunter Lagunas. So a lot of guys are in here. Is it going to be some splash and goes, you think? Or, we were taking some tires. We weren't running that long, right?
I mean, I wouldn't take tires here, especially if you only have a couple sets. If you only got 1 or 2 sets left, I think what these guys are doing right here, I think they're topping off. Too early to take another set. Yeah. I mean, who knows, though? It might take another set, and it might pay off for you.
All right. Well, yeah, but right now, you're right there. It was all top-offs there. But, I mean, what if they were to take a set and this thing goes green all the way out? And
Absolutely.
But can they make it, though? That's the other question.
I'm not so sure.
So let's bring up our tower and see who everyone's out here. We're in lap 69, so lap 70. So you're looking at 64 laps left remaining. 63 laps left remaining. Yeah, that's a lot of laps. Yeah, and I believe they're around that 40-ish, 45 laps per. That would be actually really good to know how close I was on that fuel calculations and the window we're looking for in that matter. But we should ask them. I forgot to ask them that too when they came in. What's your fuel mileage?
That's right now.
Yeah, Jones is leading the way. We got Johnson in second position. Marr is rounding out that top 3. Daniel Rupick Jr. still in the hunt in that 4th position. Keith Pittman, I didn't see him go in for anything, so we'll see if he's just going to ride it out. Wait till that pit stop, get into that window. Because if you were in that window now, I would have. If I had like 2 sets of tires, I would have came in.
Okay, Sean, I just got breaking news.
All
It's
right.
about anywhere between 30 to 40 laps.
Okay, well we stated 35 to 45, so
Yes.
we were
Somewhere
not too
around.
far off.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, you're gonna have to stop again.
Yeah, roger that.
Absolutely.
So now it's about how many tires you want left on this thing, and again, if this thing goes green, we haven't seen a lot of cautions. So there's still a few trucks left in tonight's race, and most of them have some fast repairs, so they should be able to get back into the hunt and the fight of things. So, but we'll see. Here we go, going for that green flag.
Green
Jones
flag,
leading the way. Good jump by Jones and Steve Johnson. Johnson's been playing it patient and playing it safe here, as kind of methodically working his way through the field. Marr, the same thing, trying to be a little more quiet about his race tonight, keep him in the fight and in the hunt. We got but the 43 of Larry Bell is not so fortunate, as we got a race for the lead. Steve Johnson, plus we got a side-by-side battle right behind him. Johnson going for the race lead, finds the bottom. He's going to look for that shoot and scoot on exit. Doesn't quite get him clear. They're going to go drag race. The 77 has momentum. Going to keep him down on a little bit of a shallow entry into 1. So that's not going to help his exit out. 77's going to have that momentum. Does so. Drag race down the back stretch. We got
Tanner Marr
more happening with Marr. Marr on the outside. 67 of Nicholas Lamb showed some speed with that second place finish of stage 2. He's looking for more. He wants that win.
He's one of the ones we haven't talked about really tonight much, Tron. But he's quietly been up there all night. That's the 4 truck of Tanner Marr.
Oh yeah, copy that. And again, I don't know. Sometimes whenever I tend to light Marr up, something bad happens. So I was trying to keep it quiet on the 4 truck. Just let him do his thing, my man. Let him do his thing, and he's doing a fine thing right now. Along with the 28 of Zimmerman. Zimmerman following right in suit. These guys getting to the bottom here, but Matt Jones leading the way once again, starting to stretch it out as you're looking at those lap times and seeing who's really kicking them off. The Jones 31.05, Johnson 31.4, 31.3s. So, again, he's starting to pull here. These guys are all following their traffic. Is Jones pulling from them by burning up his tires, or is it because these guys are literally side by side racing the crap out of each other? 3 wide on exit. Here we go. Johnson's stuck in the middle.
What a move by Tanner Marr right there.
Sneaks on by. That's wicked. That's just working patience, man, and working that chess around the board right there. And then slip right in. You're good. Wow. 0-2 of Stevens. He wants to come up here and get a piece of the camera. We haven't talked about the 0-2 of Stevens in a minute either. He was starting to make his climb up forward and then kind of stalled out, but now he's definitely solid back in the 3rd position. Brian Zimmerman, and look at this cluster, 75 is Stoney Benfield. And Larry Bell. Oh, and 57 and Nicholas Lamb. Outside. That was tight.
That was close. I see him drifting up a little bit right there. I was like, oh, that ain't good.
Yeah. Like stick. Oh, 75 going to chop the nose off of the 43. That was close. Watching all this in full, trying to keep our eyes on the race leader. Luckily, those guys are single foul-ish right now, but we do see lap times picking up by Marr. And a 3 wide overview here from the blimp. almost. 8 looking to try to get in a little bit forward of positions here. This is all fighting for that, of course, that top 10-ish. Hunter Laguna, track it. What do you got?
I want to say, if we have green flag pit stops, you better watch out for that pit road entrance. It sneaks up on you really, really quick with that apron and all.
Right.
You get down there the wrong way, you get sideways. It's rough. I've seen it happen plenty of times, and I would not be surprised if it happens today.
So I'd keep the truck out as long as possible in that matter in respects. But right now, I don't see us having a long green flag round. This dogfight and
heating up.
Dude, it is just getting. It's going to get nasty here in a second. These guys are starting to dive. The tires are starting to give up here, and they're going to start getting a little more desperate. As you got the 43 back under attack once again by some of the best here. This Johnson in that one truck, Hunter Lagunas in the 27. Both these guys kind of mired back in some traffic, stuck back here, stuck like Chuck action. But here's who's really enjoying the clean, fresh air is that 77 of Jones, still leading the way. And Mars.
That's the best thing for you to save tires is that clean air. You just got to make sure you don't overuse it.
So right now, the leader is setting some, like an average of, 31.4-ish now, backing up ever so slightly. But the Ford truck of Tanner Mars running a 10th off. The 02 of Stevens. These guys look like they're going to try to maybe work together to try to catch that race leader. They are starting to gain on that race leader, but you can see. Let's see what does the leader do when he crosses the line now. Yeah, Ford. So leader's really consistent now, only backing up. So if he can keep that race pace, kind of quick, then Jones will have a chance of controlling this race pace and setting up for a primo spot or a good finish to this thing if it stays green. Especially if it stays green, you nail your pit stops. Oh, but I don't think it's going to. Woo! Again, things are really getting quite the spectacle back here in the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th positions. It's just they're starting to really skate these trucks around and looking for some dynamic ways of passing. And that's going to be using that chrome horn. And that's what I'm talking about, dynamic way of passing. Pretty straightforward.
Absolutely. And to your point, what you just said, Tron, about the draft and all, it works. A lot of people don't realize that. But if you get 2 or 3 cars, if the leader's out there by himself, and you've got 2 or 3 cars working together, one running top, one running bottom, and kind of keeping the draft, you'll catch the leader real quick. It's like a mini super speedway. It really is.
Absolutely. But that's the other thing is knowing your traffic though, and seeing those guys that are off that overcooked their tires. So trying to run with them is just going to slow you down even further. So, but then you get stuck in that can't get clear, and this guy's running at a slower pace than you are, and you just can't quite get clear. And those frustrations will start to settle in, and we'll see that maybe start to unfold out here on track. 27 of Hunter. Been watching this battle kind of unfold. Both these guys are really good, and they've been stuck side by side for a while. And this is what you want to train your eye on, is with these battles, when these guys are stuck side by side, something's got to give. And the 27 does get clear. The 72. Go ahead.
My bad, Tron. You go ahead and finish, buddy.
No. I'm just go, dude. I just go.
I was saying right now, the fastest truck on the track right now is Brian Zimmerman. He's running about 2 to 3 tenths faster than first and second right now. He's going a bit quick.
Yeah, we got 32 flats in the oh no, so 77 of Jones in that 32 oh no range, and we have Zimmy, and that's still in the 31s. So who's still in the 31? 31s for Lagunas. 31. Oh no. Yeah.
That previous lap that Zimmy ran right there, it was a 31.8, but the lap before was a 31.6.
Started to step her up, dude.
Yeah, he is. It's time to go.
And that's that patience thing that you have to have in racing, is knowing like, okay, I'm gonna get pushed back pretty hard, and this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna have to methodically work my way back through traffic, noting that it's gonna pay off in the end.
Absolutely, and I will say that is one of, as a driver standpoint, that is one of the hardest things to learn as a driver is patience and rhythm. You go up there and you can burn off real quick if you're not careful. But the best drivers, they know when it's time to go, and they know how to fall back and save, and they know how to push and get back up there and do it right. And that's one of the hardest things to do as a driver. It really is. So it's one of the hardest things I've had to learn over time is knowing when to push, knowing I can fall back, save, and then push and make my way back up to the front. I think that's one of the keys to making a good driver be a great driver.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, I mean, having that balance and knowing how, and when to use it. I mean, right now we're looking at the 28 is starting to fall off now, and Jones is still holding consistent on, and his I'm watching his fall off now. That we got these our times up like that, right? So great job on that one, on bringing that up. But his fall off is very slow and consistent for the 77 of Jones, and now Zimmerman's matching, if not falling off a little from Zimmerman. Now, as this run continues, will Jones, we still see him running that bottom line, will he start attacking the high line? He's running a little mid now, but I see him still trying to hold that bottom line, which is great tire savings, right?
Absolutely. That's the place where you want to be, is that low line.
So he's still going to have, then he's still going to have the other run ahead of him, right? Both Zimmerman's already going to the outside. You see him looking, he's already working that outside lane. So then technically the Jones will still have that outside line that he still has yet to tap into, and that tire wear that he has yet to tap into. So he may be onto something here. Clean air, working the bottom as long as he possibly can, and then see if he can step it up. Now, we did see the 77 get into the fence, though, when he got to the high line last stage. So maybe could that be his Achilles heel? That's why he's staying off from it, right?
Well, here's the thing that I'm seeing from that, especially in 1 and 2. If you go back and look at his line, he's using the seams to his advantage. He's using the seams to help the truck rotate, and that saves right front tire. If you can use those seams to help rotate the truck, that's just less heat on that right front. And he's doing a great job of that in 1 and 2. He's really wrapping the middle in 3 and 4, which is really good, really fast. But in 1 and 2, he's using that seam to kind of straddle the truck.
You're seeing that right now. Good call. Good eye. Yeah, he was sitting nicely on that seam again.
And that's big with the Cup cars, too. You'll see that tomorrow night. That seam, especially on the high side, you use that seam to help rotate and get that car pointed, get that nose pointed, so you can get back in the throttle. And he's doing a great job of that in 1 and 2. He's letting that seam kind of do the work for him instead of using the right front more and overheating. But as we were talking about Zimmy falling off, he's starting to pick it back up again.
Yeah, because he fell off that time. And Zimmerman now he's picking it up. So he started to pick it up and put it down. Here comes Zimmerman on the hunt. And speaking of the hunt, here comes Hunter Lagunas. He is tracking on the 4. Going to take that high line. 4 still working the bottom.
Jones got loosed.
Did get a little squirrel dog, didn't he?
Zimmy's there. He's there. What's Matt Jones going to do? He's still going bottom. What is he going to do in 3 and 4?
Right.
You want to get up there and kind of give him dirty air. Is he going to move up top?
Yeah, if I was Jones right now, I would be taking that dirty air. I would take his line away from him. So you watch, 28's now going to stuff it to the fence, some Larson stuff. And then he's going to get a good run off here. He's going to track him down. Oh, yeah.
I would be moving up to the top of the
100%. Then that'll start melting down his right front. That's going to stall him up. He'll get into the fence a couple times, and then he won't catch you. So right now, Jones needs to start adjusting that line, but maybe he's, again, something wrong. Because, again, he's been trying to stay on that bottom the whole time, and I think that's what's biting him. You need to get up to that top. And right now, here comes Zimmy with another run. He's going to be there.
Hey, he's going to get there. If I'm Matt Jones here in 1 and 2, I'm going to run the same line I've been running in 1 and 2. But 3 and 4, I'm moving up and I'm giving him dirty air. I've seen it all night. If somebody moves up right in front of you on that high side, that dirty air, it puts them in the wall. They get so tight.
Yeah, but I want to stop his fat run down the back stretch right here because he's going to use that momentum into this.
There he goes.
Yeah,
there he goes. Just as we say it.
Yeah, but he needs to get up a little bit more.
A little bit higher.
Yeah, because right now he's going to sniff that draft. He's going to get some of that, and he does. He sniffs that draft this time. He needs to get up there and just dump all kinds in his face. Woo! It's getting tight. Get up there, squeeze him, 77. Come on. He does it. He gives him plenty of room to race. 28 he's gonna rip the fence. 28 is. He's got it. Zimmerman to the lead.
Just did it a little too late getting up there to the high side.
Right.
He didn't get up there all the way. But maybe, I mean, some guys just don't feel comfortable running up on the wall like that.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, it's nothing towards them. I mean, some people, they just struggle when they get up there.
Right.
Some people, they can't run it.
But
that's okay.
But at the same time, you have to better your skills as a driver. Your truck where you're not comfortable, all right? And get past those guys, defend, block them, keep that lead. Be aggressive in that nature, not aggressive if hitting and bumping.
Laguna's in the wall. Laguna's in the wall back there a little bit.
Uh-oh. Stalling him up ever so slightly. But Tanner Marr and Johnson, let's see if they're going to start if they're going to rise to the attack mode as we have side-by-side battling between Stoney Benfield and Scotty Stevens. Scotty Stevens working that high line, but Stoney Benfield, he got a huge bottom run here. He's going to just dive bomb that thing, slide up in front, clear, and gone. Larry Bell and the 67 and Nicholas Lamb, those guys are further back from this race leader and where they were at earlier.
Oh, Peter first. Oh, somebody's spinning out.
That's Johnson. That's Johnson bringing into pit road. He is the most aggressive person that we will have that will bring this thing into pit road. We're going to wind that back and check it out. That's he what I was saying. No joke on pit road.
That's what I was saying about that apron. You get down there, you get loose. You can go first.
Oh,
pin.
What a save. He caught it. Wow.
That was a good save, though. It's like Matt Jones is bringing it down pit road, too.
All right. So we got pitters.
Oh, we got a lot of pitters coming down. Tanner Marr.
Woo! Here they come, buddy.
Oh, somebody missed pit road.
Oh no! You gotta nail all your marks, buddy, including that pit road entry. And I believe that might have been. Who was that? Someone behind him. That the 10, Thomas Stevens, I believe, is who missed.
Steven Johnson is still on pit road.
Uh-oh. Oh, he black flagged
that. He got a hold.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, here we go. Race leader's coming in. Oh, 27 almost loops this thing. He might have a black flag as well. The 28 is in.
He is good on my screen as of right now. He is good. Steven Johnson's the only one that got a black flag. That's over for Steven Johnson.
Oh, no.
Hey, that's overstepping the boundary.
That's it.
But he's gonna push it. Yeah, he's gonna push it. Get everything he get.
He is the one to do so. I guarantee it. He just couldn't get that thing loading slow. So we got everybody in pit road now, trying to get them last set of tires and fuel to take us to the end. Here comes Larry Bell. And
I know one thing. These guys staying out right here. I think Stoney Benfield is the last one to not pit right now. If we get a caution, he's in prime position. Those other guys got laps on their tires, and he has fresh tires.
Yeah.
He's going to be golden. He's begging for a caution right now. He's coming down pit road. Here he comes. He's coming down pit road.
Yeah, because he was up there in the top 5, so he doesn't want to lose too much time to that either. Because he can gain some of that back with those tires, but he can't lose too much before the end of this thing. So that's
the risk you take.
Yes. So that may put the 77 of Matt Jones back out of the lead. Yeah, back on the race lead. Right. Yeah.
Zimmy's not letting him get too far out this time. He knows. 30 to go.
Push it.
There he
goes. He is. Dude, here goes Zimmy. He's like, this could be the pass for the race lead right here. So let's get her over with quick. Well, you got them 4 fresh field goods underneath you, right?
Oh, man. Woohoo. Oh, that was close.
That was tight. That was really
I
tight.
know you've
there.
seen that, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, that was pushing it right
Got to
there.
change your shorts right there for the 77. Because, Brian, for Zimmerman, it was out of sight, out of mind. But the one that was in your face was the 77. Now, we got the four truck of Tanner Marr. He's going to try to get up in this fight as well. Utilizing the bottom, 77's up high. We haven't seen him work that high line. And so let's see how he's going to operate out there. He may find himself some magic, maybe be unstoppable. We never know. But Zimmerman.
Don't forget about that guy in fourth back there. He's lurking. He's lurking in the shadows. This is Lagunas.
I know Lagunas.
Yeah, he is on the long run. Yeah, you know about him.
And now he doesn't have any traffic around him, so he doesn't race anybody. He can just really set his race pace and call it a day.
Absolutely. And Lagunas is loving this right now. He's loving seeing these guys battle right up ahead of him. Because they keep battling like that. All they're doing is side drafting each other back and losing time on both the leader and Lagunas. He's loving this.
77's going to clear him this time. So let's see if the 4 is going to line up with, or these guys are going to continue the fight. They're going to continue the fight.
Let's go time now. I mean, you got less than 30 to go. Let's go time.
Yeah.
No more saving.
Oh, no,
Whatever
no.
You got,
he got a little tight on exit there. Ford truck did. Got close to that fence. You know that's going to sell up his momentum. 7 staying in the hunt, though. He is not giving up and not letting go. The 77 truck's been pretty quick this evening. Tanner Marr, same thing. He's been hunting and lurking. That 4 truck hasn't really led any laps yet, but he's been lurking in that top 5, top 3. But Brian Zimmerman, points, 2025 Truck Series points leader for a reason, as he knows how to save his stuff and utilize it at proper time.
Well, you remember what Zimmy was telling us? He was telling us about usually the summer months have been bad to him recently. Well, I think we've yet to see that so far.
No, he's had a good run lately every single week.
He's been rocking and rolling. That's what takes. That's what gets you a championship. Consistency. And he's been very consistent. He's been running up front every race. And if he's not winning races, he's finishing 2nd or 3rd.
And
so he's still getting great points today.
Talk about running up front, bud. Look at this. 4 track Tanner Marr. We said he hasn't been up front yet today. He's like, there's the best time to do so, my man, and it's at the end. And he's trying it right now. He went door to door. That just brought the 77 right up to him. And now we got 3-way battle for the race lead. 28 of Zimmerman. He's still trying to fend him off. The 4 truck of Marr had himself a run. Now, but then it stalled them up, and it brought even more combat in, which is the 77. These guys are going to go back at it once again. Some more sorties ahead of us. 25 laps left remaining here in tonight's race.
Absolutely. And these guys, they keep battling like this. All they're doing is letting Lagunas into it.
Yeah.
Because I think what Lagunas is doing right now, I don't think he's pushing fully. I still think he's saving a little bit in preparation to push because he sees these guys up here battling. So he's not really losing anything.
Right.
He really don't have to push.
I mean,
he's still got 20+ laps to go, but never know.
For me, my go time is going to be like 15, 13 to go. Right, gives me a few laps to really get into it, and start getting that feel of okay, now I'm gonna start going on my tires, and then it gives me that last 10 laps to really throw everything I have at it.
Absolutely, but I mean, I think it's go time now. I really do.
At 23, I might be early. Might be a little early.
Yeah, Lagunas is 2 seconds off.
Look at
He's 2 seconds off with him, and he's got to push to get up there. And I don't know if you even have enough time to get up there.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
Not with this going on, but now the 77 takes over that second position. 4 truck was all over his bumper. I mean, about drove up into his bed there as he shoved him down that backtrack, a little loosey-goose, but just held on to it. And now he is tracking back on Mr. Brian Zimmerman, who tracked him down. And now we're trying to reverse the roles here. Jones looking to try to obtain the lead once again.
I just want to say we don't talk about it but I mean, it's been an impressive run for the 77 crew tonight. I mean, he's been lights out ever since the drop of his green flag. I mean, he's been absolutely hammered down. He started second place, great qualifying effort. He's kept it up front just about all night. I mean, it's been an impressive run for him. I mean, look at Scotty Stevens, top 5 right now. He's 5th place. He's kept his truck pretty clean tonight, up front most of the night. I mean, some of these guys we don't really talk about much, but they're having a really good showing tonight. And, I mean, you ought to be proud of that.
And another good showing here is between the 75 and 67. 75 is Tony Benfield. He's seen some time up toward the front, and the 67 was right there chomping at the bit to get a hold of that race lead. Now that you find these guys, you know, a little bit further back in the pack right now, but 6th and 7th respectively, and they're going at it door to door.
Absolutely. I just don't think Laguna is got enough time to get there. I really don't. I mean, we've got less than 20 to go now. But I mean, we'll see.
Inside the 20.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
I would say let's look at some lap times to see who's cranking them. And I mean, and right now we got Zimmerman cranking the 31.8 on his last, 31.9 for Jones, 32.
But 31.6 for Lagunas. 31.6 for Lagunas.
Ooh.
He's starting to push.
Here comes the heat. Rupik at 31.8. He's still got something left under the hood.
Oh, we got some. We haven't done it tonight either, Tron. But I want to shout out all the viewers out there.
Oh yeah.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe. It helps us out here at Front Row Broadcast. We got Wellman up in the comment section. Let's go 5 Kings. Pulling on his 5 Kings teammates.
Up here doing the hard charge at the top of the field. Zimmerman. Kill speeches, but it's same with Mark. These guys are finding some good speed here in tonight's race, but as you were talking about earlier, here comes Lagunas. Hunter Lagunas in the 27. Time to run them down, Nano.
2/10 faster right now. About 2/10 a lap faster than our leaders, our top 3.
Woo! 27, easy pass there, making it look nice and easy. He's going to continue that charge forward, not lose a lot of momentum, and start tracking down the 77 next up. And then final, Brian Zimmerman. Can he get there in 16, 15 laps coming? So this is my go time. This is when I like to kick the tires, because it's on Big Daddy. I give her all she's gotten, the whole Scotty in the engine room, all of that stuff right there. I'm calling for everything. All right.
Absolutely.
But I mean, with Zimmerman, he's cranking them 32.0 no's, so he's still got a good pace.
He's still got the pace, and it's showing. Laguna's in a wall, pretty good right there off of one, or coming into one, I should say. But I just don't think Laguna's, even though he's running faster laps in the leader right now, he's only running about a 10th or 2 faster. But I just don't think it's enough time for him to get there.
Yeah, we're at the gap now to see where he's at and where they both are. They're both losing to the leader here. So I would maybe, if they're running similar paces, work together. But if not, no way, sail it. And looks like the 27 is going to try to set sail and see if he can track down that leader. But the only way they're going to do so is to line up quick. 77 is going to need to jump up with 27 and follow him, up to the race leader, and then basically take full advantage of it when they start the race. That's his only hope and ploy from here. As you see the 77 backing off, but the one who's going forward is Hunter Lagunas in the 27. Zimmerman trying to hold on. Hold on, dog! There he is. He's up against the fence.
Yeah, they're running about even lap times right now. Laguna is still a little faster. He's running 31.9s. So he's about a 10th faster than Timmy right now. So if he's only gaining a 10th a lap, he's going to get there right at the white flag. if he keeps on having this pace. But I don't know. Anything can happen. All it takes is one mistake from Zimmy.
Right.
One mistake, he gets in the wall. That's all it takes. It don't take much. You seen it earlier with Rupert. He got in the wall earlier, and it was like glue. He got stuck, and he lost about 4 or 5 tenths in a couple spots. So it don't take much.
Right. Yeah, I'm
But
saying.
that last lap there, Zimmy was faster than Lagunas by 10.
But when he gets there, he's going to have enough, enough left in the car to get, or in the truck to get around him. Is going to be that's going to be, of course, the question of the day. But let's look back at some of our trailing the fields here, as we got Steve Johnson in the one truck, lap down, 13th position. Tony Miller and Thomas Stevens, along with Keith Pittman. So these guys obviously had some, challenges on their green flag stops, and really set them back, because we've seen that with Steve Johnson with the black flag. Goons, can he catch him? Question of the day. And then, will that bring anybody up close to that fight, or is this going to be a checkout? Thank you very much. Come again.
He was about 2 tenths faster than Zimmy that last lap right there. He just gained about 2 tenths that lap. That's what he needs consistently, though. He needs to gain about 2 tenths a lap.
And Zimmy's just saying, I need this thing to end now.
Zimmy wanted that checker flag to come out right now. He wanted it over. And no cautions, checker flag.
Right. We see both cross the line there. The gap is starting to narrow. Let's see where it's at now. Just not gaining enough, I don't think.
Not gaining enough, yes.
Right. We're talking fractions right now. Zimmy's doing work out there on track, man. He is doing some work. Let's ride on board with Zimmy for a second. Right on board. I love it. No, this is fantastic. Brian Zimmerman trying to get another one. This guy's been on fire.
Yes.
Look how close he is to that fence. I'm gonna go up here, work that line, working the seam. He's underneath it, crosses it over, brings it back out for his exit. Yeah, he's got that thing down. I have a little different line for 3 and 4.
Yeah, Lagunas is still gaining on him, but he's not gaining nowhere near as much as he needs to be. He's gaining less than a tenth every lap.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be enough.
Well, it could be still, because all Zimmy needs to do is just get into that fence, once, and that'll bring him back to him. Now they're trying to change up their line here. 77's, he's going up high. 27's going low. Everyone's searching all over the track for some kind of speed, some kind of grip, and just running down the guy in front of you. Get whatever you can left. You see Pittman's in at the moment here. Coming in 5 left in tonight's race.
Well, everybody but Zimmy right now are praying for a caution.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's true. If we get a caution, that will cause chaos.
Oh yeah, I would hope every bit of the biggest sin you can muster. The track's plenty wide enough for it. Oh, 2700 in the fence on exit of 2. Stalling up down the backstretch. That's going to hurt him.
Oh, he's in a wall again.
Pushing it.
But he got it off. He got it off quick, but he's giving it everything she's got right now.
4 laps left remaining. Zimmerman's there.
Too late. Hey, he lost about 2 tenths that last lap right there.
Wow.
Hey, he's giving her everything she got right now. That's for sure. I mean, he's probably driving 110% right now. He's doing everything he can. You see him right there going to the bottom. He's doing everything he can to try and get there. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. We're going to have to see a mistake out of Zimmy.
Yeah, he's still pulling. Zimmy's still pulling right now. He's got that comfort zone. He's got that confidence in his line and his truck. He's just setting sail. The only thing is maybe going to disturb him is going to be the one truck up in front of him of Johnson. But Johnson's going to, I'm sure he's going to duck out the way and get out of there as quick as he possibly can.
Absolutely. He's going to get out the way. He's actually helping Zimmy right now. More than he's helping Zimmy because he's pulling Zimmy in the trap, and Lagunas is far enough back where he doesn't have Zimmy's trap.
Right.
So he's actually helping Zimmy right now.
Yeah, and he's dipping out of the way on his turn, so he's getting full aero and downforce on that nose, so he can get a good grip around the center. So yeah, this is basically spread itself out, and we got, I mean, the closest battle we're going to have is between the 0-2 of Stevens and Nicholas Lamb. Lamb's all over the bumper looking for that 0-2 to get up into the fence. He's getting a run off here. There's going to be contact, possibly, if this continues, because these guys are getting super duper close, and we are the final lap, so the last flag will end it. Brian Zimmerman in the 28, trying to get himself another win in the 2025 season. And what a phenomenal run Brian Zimmerman has had this evening. Up 3 spots in the start of the race. Started up toward the front, and he's going to finish at the very top. Brian Zimmerman in the 28, your race winner. Boom, got to get that up. Go, Zimmy. Heck yeah, my man. This dude's just on fire. Absolutely. This stuff's cooking right now.
He is.
Got Hunter Lagunas in that second position, bringing across the line, and Matt Jones, one of his better finishes, I think, of the season thus far.
Yeah,
is going to be that third spot. So great run for him, getting that P3. Tanner Marr, 4th position, and round out your top 5. Stoney Benfield, dude. Good job, my man. So, but well, all eyes going to go to Brian Zimmerman, your race winner. I like it. Short, quick, and to the point. At what, 1 caution? Not bad. So as it should be. Let me get some things over here. Brian Zimmerman bringing into pit lane or winners doing some winner circles. There we go. And let's go over your race finishes here. Brian Zimmerman get that P1. 2nd position, Hunter Lagunas. 3rd, the 77 of Matt Jones. 4th, Tanner Marr. 5th, going to go to Stoney Benfield. Nicholas Lamb get that 6th position. 7th is going to be Scotty Stevens in the 0-2. Daniel Rupick Jr. in the 72. 8th position. 9th, Larry Bell. 10th, going to be Thomas Stevens. 11th, going to be Chummy Miller. Steve Johnson getting that 12th position. 13th, going to go to Keith Pittman. Tom is 14th. Spence, 15th. Dustin and Ronnie, 16th and 17th in your field. But Brian Zimmerman, your race winner. All right, let's go and get us over to a post-race show and get ourselves hold of some winners.
Absolutely.
1 second here, bud. There we go.
All right. Bring it on down, and we are looking hot here, and looking for our race winner.
Heck yeah, moving him up right now.
Copy that.
Here we go, Mr. Zimmy.
Zimmy! What up, my man? You got Chris and, of course, Dylan here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Dude, not as good as you,
Not as good as
obviously.
you.
Look at you, dude. Rocking and rolling out there.
We said that at the same time.
Y'all thinking alike. Y'all been hanging around to each other too much. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good, dude. That is good. That's perfect.
That was. Yeah, man, that was a good race tonight. A lot of fun. You find out that run that bottom. Hey, you know what? I remembered last week. I remember a broadcaster telling me run those first few laps on the bottom, moved to the top. That was the strategy tonight. Ran on the bottom, moved to the top, and man, great strategy there. So I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's just that's hey, I got a little something here, some knowledge here to prove. So, but dude, that's awesome, dude. Seriously, that's what we're looking for tonight. Who is going to be able to utilize those strategies, work those tires, win at their optimal, and you did that tonight.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hunter had a lot of speed. Matt Jones had a lot of speed. We couldn't run him down earlier. We were trying to save a little bit, and then when I quit trying to save and run him down, he was tough. I did get around him right there towards the end of the stage too, but he was that cat was fast. He was really fast. So shout out to him. Hunter was coming. I saw him back there, and I'd been running low line, and once I saw him starting to cut into that lead a little bit, we moved up to the top, and it kind of staved him off a little bit. So strategy worked, but old Paul Haynes gave me that strategy last week, and we stuck with it, so it worked out really well. I'm crew chief there.
There you go. Hey, I'm stoked that someone was paying attention to it. I've ran, especially Kansas. I've ran Kansas enough to understand, but it just seems like they have that similar tint to it. If you, no matter what you're racing, truck, car, anything, that track has it. If you can just get that figured out and how to do it with that, you're golden. And you did, dude, beautifully. You orchestrated that, to a T. Worked the bottom. How was traffic out there?
Traffic, a lot of push. The push was real. It was there. You had to make sure you was in clean air. But I want to give a shout out to Ronnie Morrison. Cat was fast early. He's going through some issues with his back right now. He had to quit from the lead. So if y'all saw him pull off there, he's having some issues with his back. So shout out to Ronnie. He came out, tried to give it a go. He was just hurting too bad. So our thoughts with him. Hope he gets to feeling better. But Ronnie had a super fast truck tonight. I wish he could have finished it out and seen how things could have worked out for him, because he was fast early.
Yeah, we seen him dip off early, but and for a second they just thought that he was just going to go to the back because he's going to save his tires, kind of like what you boys are doing, drop off the pace real quick, and then all of a sudden come charging back.
Yeah, he just he was hurting too bad, so I hate it for him. You got to be hurting when you give up the lead. So, and he was running fast. So, thoughts and prayers for Ronnie. Got to get well. We got to get him back out here. He's a fun dude to race with, and we hope he gets to feeling better soon.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But in talking about that though, again, tracking through traffic, stalling and getting stalled out. It looked aggressive out there on track tonight. What was the winning ploy you think that kept you up toward the front?
Clean air. Just trying to get clean air wherever you could find clean air. Not abusing the tires early. Just really paying attention to your tires and how hard you was driving in. It's just you got to save here. It was just wanting to burn the right front off. You run real hard those first 10 laps. You'll blaze through the field, but they're going to come back to you. And it's kind of what happened on the first stage for me. We took off there, and it was just too much fun to get out of it. You get in those races, and it's like, I just can't quit because these guys, this is a lot of fun. So we just was racing as hard as we could, and kind of faded there towards the end of stage one. Didn't have anything for the top guys, and then coming to into the pits on stage one, I sped into the pits. We were all on the line, and I hit 47, and it gave me a speeding penalty. So I didn't take tires, came out, dropped way back, just trying to save a set. Ended up didn't need them. I ended up with a set lay-in, but I used that strategy in case we had a late race caution. I would have a set lane, and fortunately for me, since we were in the lead, we didn't get that late race caution. That was a mistake I made early that we had to come back from, but it worked out fine in the end.
Sure did.
I want to say one thing, Zimmy. You were talking about I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. You were talking about the summer is not good to you. Well, let me tell you now, it's looking like the summer is Zimmy right now, because every week you're either winning races or you're finishing second and third. And you got to be feeling good, man.
Yeah, we're feeling a lot better. I've never been good at mile and a half, so I've been putting in a little practice during the week if I get a chance, turn some laps, trying to figure out what the car wants. I've always been really pretty decent on the short tracks and super speedways, but the mile and a halves, they've been my Achilles heel. So I've been trying to figure it out a little bit. Still got a lot of learning to do, but we're starting to figure it out a little bit more, trying to figure out trying to figure out, what these trucks want. I think we've got the truck figured out a little bit more than tomorrow night's Cup car, but all in all, we're getting a little bit better at these 1.5 miles. So that's been fun.
Absolutely, dude. You had yourself a nice hot rod out there tonight, and qualified decent and finished perfectly. So congratulations to you, dude. That was just one heck of a run. Great show you put on tonight.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Thank y'all
Got
for
any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Always, like I always like to do, man. We appreciate y'all sacrificing being up in that booth. Y'all could have been out here running and having a good time with us tonight, but y'all sacrificed for the league and for the viewers to put on a good show, and we appreciate what y'all do. And we look forward to always going back and watching that broadcast. But shout out to Tanner Marr and the guys at Five Kings, Tanner and Larry, Scotty Stevens, and those boys always running with us, and just enjoy running with all those guys. And Steven Johnson, he was super fast tonight, and he had a pit road incident, but he'd have been right there too. So shout out to those boys. But it's been a lot of fun, and just a big shout out to my brother-in-law Andrew, my sister Samantha, and my nephew Brody. They're always back watching. His brother Jonathan, they always check us out. So shout out to them, and always thanks to my wife for letting me to come down here and race and have a good time at night. So thank her for that.
Absolutely. Andrew, so it was Andrew, Samantha, and Brody?
Yes, sir.
Copy all of that. Appreciate that support. You keep rooting them on, because whatever the heck you guys are doing, dude, it's working. Look at this guy. P1.
Yeah, all right, man. Well, we sure do appreciate it. Look forward to tomorrow night, guys. We'll catch y'all out here on the track. We'll be out here on the track with Dylan. Look forward to racing with you, bud.
Copy that.
buddy. You already know it.
You'll have a good time.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
You too.
You as well, buddy.
That's Brian Zimmerman, your race winner. I love that guy, dude. He's top of the class right there. He is. All right, we're going to go P2 now. Hunter Lagunas in that 27 truck. He got himself a nice little hot rod and a good solid finish. Good drive at the end. See if we can get a hold of him.
Yeah, he's here, buddy.
All right. Hey, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Lagunas, dude, look at you. You got yourself a good hot truck out there. Now, you had like the elevator run or a roller coaster of some sorts. You were all over. In the back of the pack, in the middle, in the front. I mean, were you taking in the sights and the views of Kansas?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I was just kind of just rolling around tonight, just figuring out what the truck was wanted to do. I had kind of like last week. I didn't get too much time to practice. Which is my fault, but oh well.
You look good, dude. You look great. That truck looks sporty. You're flying through the field, putting on a heck of a show.
Yeah, I'm trying. I did what I could that first stage, and kind of just kept on doing it throughout the race, and it paid off pretty well. Just not overdriving the car and falling back when I had to, just to save some. At the same time, like first stage, I felt really good, but as the race went on, I got too tight, so just couldn't really get the car back under me as the rubber belt, just stalled out really.
No, it looked like you had a good charge at the end. Yeah, we had Banks here. He was really monitoring that last run. Banks.
Yeah, I was watching. Me personally, from a driver's standpoint, it looked like you were trying to save, and it just wasn't enough time to get back up there. Was that what happened?
Well, I knew they were pretty good short run, and I knew I couldn't keep up with them short run. They'd eventually, how do I describe this? If I went after we got out of pit road right then, I kind of came out with Zim. I almost spun out following Zim into the pit road, but I was able to gain a lot of time on him.
We saw that.
Coming out, I lost a little time, and then Tanner and Matt were right there also, and I just knew if I would have went with them and tried to stick with them, I wouldn't have been able to hold on to the tires. So I let it, let them go, and I got two of them, but just couldn't get to Zim. Zim was too quick.
Absolutely, buddy. That's what I figured.
That was a hell of a drive at the end, buddy. Really was, dude. I mean, that was a triumph of strategies and perseverance out there on track. So congratulations to you on that, P2. What a run! And you put on a really good show tonight. You were dicing it up through the field, man. We just every time we turn around, we've seen the 27 doing something, pulling some kind of maneuver. Has some three wide. Great race for you tonight.
Yeah, just like I said of it. I don't know. I'm kind of trying something new here lately. Just instead of sticking up near the front, just backing off and letting myself not overdrive the car and let it roll back up through the field as the race goes on. But we'll see.
Letting the race come to you, dude. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Spoken like a veteran, this guy is, huh? Look at you, dude. Wow. So, let's get you out of here real quick. Don't take it too much of your time. But throw some shouts for us, and we'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully.
Thank you guys, broadcasting, and Dylan for doing the race control and broadcasting. Tom, Tanner, everyone over there at Five Kings, Zimmy, Chris, Carroll, Pit Lizard Performance, Raptor Race Graphics, Larry Bell, Steven Johnson. I think he had a really good chance to win tonight. He got a speeding penalty and ruined his race, but that's just part of it.
That's part of the risk you take.
That is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I think he was gonna be quick, but you never know.
But it's all about finishing it, bud, and you did a fine job of it tonight.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you once again. Let you get on out of here, and again, let's see that show tomorrow night. Continue this momentum.
Yep, I'm gonna try.
Roger that. Thank you, my bud. All right, that was Hunter Lagunas, your second place finisher in the Truck Series for Kansas tonight. All right, last but not least.
Oh, bad news. He's not in Discord.
Oh no! How is he not on Discord, dude?
No, I sent him a message I sent him a message and everything. He hasn't texted back, so maybe he had to get off. But that does suck. We were looking forward to talking to him and get some new faces up in the booth.
No joke, dude. I was like,
we can bring up Daniel Rupik though, if you would like.
Yeah. Well, we can talk Rupik, but all in all, I mean, it's no big. It's no bigs on that. We can go and get a hold of him on the next. We'll have to do it next race and get his thoughts and stuff. Maybe beginning of the race or something. That'd be kind of fun to do. But
absolutely.
But yeah, no, that was fun. But all in all, we'll go ahead and get ourselves on out of here. So again, it was a fun run tonight. Matt Jones, congratulations to you on that P3 in that 77. What a fight that guy put on tonight. Leading a lot of the race, man. Impressive stuff. And, really, calculating his run. You've seen that fall off. He had himself a strong truck tonight and a great program. So congratulations to him on just an awesome run. Really was. And showed his stuff up here. You got some respect, I think, in that in the front row camp, because he's new to the areas, But all in all, Banks, what do you got for us? You ready to rock?
Absolutely, I'm ready to get ready for tomorrow. Got the Cup Series coming tomorrow. Front row broadcast, and make sure y'all tune in, like and subscribe. Sean deserves a lot of love. He puts on this broadcast, sacrifices his time to broadcast us, and can't thank him enough for all he does. A lot of time, a lot of effort goes into the broadcast each week. Just want to shout that out. Really do appreciate you. Appreciate all the guys that put on this league. Tom for putting on the league. All the guys that do race control, including myself. Couldn't do it without everybody here.
Right.
And yeah, big shout out to all the viewers out there. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for the Cup Series at Kansas. Let's go.
And super stoked to see what you got down. And we're gonna be going faster. It's gonna be the aggression level is gonna be up. There's gonna be so many more cars out there on track. Super stoked. We've been having really big fields over there at the Cup Series. So, man, I'm excited. Definitely excited. So, all right, let's get him on out of here. One more shout out to Brian Zimmerman, and congratulations to him on his win for this evening. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Super stoked. I'm Chris Paul Hamish. You got Dylan Banks right here. And I appreciate everyone's support. And of course, we will see you tomorrow night. We out. Take care.
Another one bites the dust. Let's go. Steamboats early down the street.